Hey everybody, it's Sarah the Urban Farm Gal. It's our first week of the CSA share, and I'm really excited to show you what we got because we got a bumper crop of share this week. Unfortunately, when I was recording earlier this afternoon, my microphone wasn't synced up, so here we go with the voiceover. We got a great share, like I said. We had 7 items this week. We got some red kale, so we'll get plenty of kale. We got some celery, also known as celery root. This is a very versatile root. We got some chives, and if you got the chives with flowers, we'll be using the flowers and the pot stickers that we're going to be making in this video tonight. We also got some French breakfast radishes. They're an icicle radish. You can use them regularly, and we're going to cook with them tonight too. We also got some mixed greens. So we got some regular lettuce greens, and then we also got some mixed greens that are more of a spicy mustardy mix that you can cook with if you want, or you can just eat them with salad dressing like a salad, maybe with some radishes in them, who knows. And then we got some mixed basil bunches. So we got regular green Italian basil like you see here. We also got some purple basil in some of the bunches. It tastes the same as the green basil, and you use it the same way to make pesto or whatever. And then we also got some Thai basil, and you'll notice it has a flower stalk on it. It has a purple stem, and it has a strong scent. It smells a little more like licorice to me, and it's a really good tasting basil. So we're going to use this in our pot stickers tonight. And then finally, we got some baby bok choy. Are these not the cutest things ever? And we got a whole big bundle of them. I'm not going to use all of them in the pot stickers, but we'll use 3 or 4. So we're going to get started now to make our pot stickers.
Okay, we're back, and I've been doing some prep off camera. So I have chopped up the basil and chives that I'm going to put in, and I used about half of the basil that came with my share today and about half of my bunch of chives. So if you have the chives that have the flower on them, you can just pluck the flower off the stem, and the stem that the flower is on is too tough to eat, so don't eat that, but they all have a single leaf on them that you can tear off and include in your chives as well. And then of course compost the stem. So I'm just going to finish chopping up my chives. So throw the rest of my chives in here, and then the flowers, just roughly chop them up and into a little bowl. And I'm not adding a whole lot else to these pot stickers. I'm adding some garlic, and I have a lot of garlic. There's probably 3 tablespoons here. And then I used 2 of the breakfast radishes and just chopped them up. So we got a good 1/2 to 3/4 cup here probably. And these have quite a little spicy kick to them. I tried one, so I think they'll be good. And then I decided to add some water chestnuts. I love water chestnuts. They're a great addition to Asian meals. So I used about half of a small can. I'm gonna finish chopping the bok choy. So you just cut the bottom off just a little bit, maybe, you know, the lower 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and then the little leaves will come apart. And one of the first purchases I made after I joined the CSA was a salad spinner. And if you don't own one of these, let me tell you, at first I thought, you know, they're a waste of money, I will never use it. I use this thing constantly. It has literally revolutionized my life. And I know that sounds silly, but I was one of those people that hated washing heads of lettuce and having drippy lettuce, and then it waters down your salad dressing. And so I bought one of these, and now I will clean all of my greens at once, throw them in a plastic bag and put them in the fridge, and they're dry, and it works really well. So I highly recommend one of these. So just pull apart the leaves, and then further up the bok choy will probably have many little leaves. You could just pull them off like this, or if you want, you can just chop it, and then the little leaves will come off. And aren't these cute? They're so adorable. I love baby bok choy. So there are a couple of different kinds of salad spinners. Some have cords that you pull. I prefer the one with the push button. I've heard that the cords can break. This way there's no way it's gonna break on you. So the first thing I'm gonna do is throw in the garlic into some heated oil. And I've got this on medium-low heat. I'm just gonna stir this around and let the garlic flavor the oil a little bit. And we're gonna add the radishes. I'm gonna add a splash of soy sauce. So we're talking, that was probably no more than a teaspoon of soy sauce. And throw in the water chestnuts. Let that cook for just a few seconds. And we're gonna throw in the bok choy. So I roughly chopped up the bok choy that I had, and this is probably 2 cups chopped. I used, I think, 4 of my little baby bok choy. And really the purpose of this is to just cook down some of the bok choy and get some of the water out of it. That's really all we're doing. I'm gonna add about a half teaspoon of red curry powder and just a little bit of ginger, so maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. And about a 1/4 teaspoon of lemongrass powder as well. And then we're gonna throw in our basil, and chives. So I added all of the purple basil, some of the green Italian basil, and then all of the Thai basil. 2 or 3 tablespoons of basil in here. So it's going to have a nice herby flavor. That's what I want. I'm not adding any salt to this. There's a little bit of salt in the soy sauce. All right, this is almost finished. So total cooking time for this was just 2-3 minutes tops. So I'm going to remove this from the heat, let it cool, and then we're going to go ahead and make our dipping sauce. But we're going to add probably, let's go 4 tablespoons to start with. These are heaping tablespoons. 3 and 4. Then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of sugar, and I'll need to taste this later to see how that tastes. And then I've got about 3/4 cup of water and about a tablespoon of cornstarch in here. And so you'll want to mix this up well. Don't ever add cornstarch to hot water, it will seize. So add it to cold water, mix it well, and then you can add it to a heated solution and that will cause it to thicken up. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to the pot. And then I've just got a spatula. We're just going to stir this around. So if you don't want to make your own sweet chili sauce, you can use one like this. This is one that I found at the grocery store. Thai Kitchens also has a brand of sweet chili sauce. This is just the one that I saw, so I grabbed it. Oh, it's beginning to boil and thicken, and you can see it's starting to turn clear. We need more sugar. 1 more tablespoon. So 5 tablespoons of sugar to 4 tablespoons of chili paste. So the nice thing about the other sweet chili sauce that you can buy in the bottle at the grocery is it's not really hot. This is like fire, like sweet fire. So we're gonna let this sit and cool. We'll come back to it after we are finished cooking our pot stickers and we're ready to eat. Now that our filling is all made, it's cool, we're ready to put some pot stickers in a pan. So I bought some wonton wrappers at the grocery store. that's all that they had besides egg roll wrappers. And wonton wrappers are normally square. Pot stickers are round, so I took a cookie cutter and made them round. So we're ready. We're going to take our wrapper, lay it on a flat surface, and we've got our filling here. So we're just going to take a little bit, about a tablespoon, and put it on one side. See, I'm going to put it on the side away from me. That's going to work better for me. And then you need a little bit of water. Dip a finger in the water and rub it around the edge of the wrapper. And then you're going to fold the wrapper over, press it to seal. And there's your little dumpling. Just a little bit of oil in here. So we're going to place each of these on the skillet. And it's okay to crowd them in the skillet. We're actually going to be adding some water after they brown a little bit, and put a lid on it, and then they'll steam. And we're going to cook it until all of the liquid is gone. All right, so these are all in here. I got 22 pot stickers out of that, so that was just less than half of the wonton wrappers that were in the package. So we're gonna cover this with a lid, let it cook for a little bit, and then we'll add a little water and let them finish cooking and steam. Check this final time. Yeah, let's add some water. So I've got a half cup. I don't think I'm gonna need it all. I'm gonna start with maybe a quarter cup, just enough to cover the dumplings about halfway. Put the lid back on, and we're gonna let that water evaporate completely. On to celery root. Celery root is one of these vegetables that you could love or hate. It's a little intimidating to look at first because it's just got this weird skin on it. So the thing you wanna do with it is wash it off pretty good. I have a little veggie scrubber that I use. It's just a dish scrubber that I use it specifically for vegetables and get as much dirt out of here as possible. And then you can use a vegetable peeler. I have a Y peeler like this. But if you're going to do it, you'll want to put it on a sturdy surface, and then you'll actually need to put quite a bit of force into this. It is an uneven outside, and it's one of those things that it's a little more difficult to peel. So if you don't have a vegetable peeler or you don't like that method, the other way you can do it is just take a large knife. We'll just shave around the outside edge of the celery root. Do you want to try a piece? I guess you can try a piece. We'll see what she does. She may spit it out. She's trying though. The bottom has this kind of interesting root system, so you'll want to cut that off as well. I'll be surprised you ate that. Okay, I will give you another little piece. Just chop some of this top part off. There you go. What a weird dog I have. I've got my mandolin slicer. It's set on 1/32 of an inch. So pretty thin. I might move that up to 1/16. We'll see. I'm just gonna start it whole like this and see how we go. Yeah, I think that'll work nicely for chips. So I like it at 1/32 of an inch. So if your pot stickers stick to the pan a little bit, turn the heat off, remove them from heat, leave the lid on there, and the extra steam in the skillet should loosen the bottoms up a little bit, and that should work perfectly. Or in the first place, don't overcook them like I did. So you got two options there. So I think we're ready. Oh yeah. The key to frying this is not to let your oil get too hot. So if you add them in and they're immediately turning brown, then turn your heat down just a little bit so that you don't burn them. But you want to keep the oil hot enough so that when you add them, they do immediately start to sizzle and cook. All right, these are getting close. Just a few more seconds to brown them up just a little more. All right, these are ready to come out. Okay, our pot stickers are all ready. I'm gonna add a little bit of this sweet chili sauce that I made to the top of them. And I'm really excited to try these celery chips, celery root chips. So I'm gonna go ahead and try one. Haven't added anything to them. Oh wow, those are really good. Okay, I'll be the first to admit that I was a little leery about frying these up as chips. I had no idea how they were gonna turn out, but those are really good, even with nothing on them. I think I'm gonna make these again using the rest of my celery root. Forget soup, these are really good. I mean, they're not the healthiest way to eat celery root, but there might be one of the tastiest ways, so go for it. I hope you really like them. These are good. Keeper recipe. And now it's time to try a pot sticker with the chili sauce. Here goes nothing. Not bad. For a recipe that came up in my head on the fly. Wow, that's some hot chili sauce. It's good, but it's really hot. Woo! So, you've been warned. Sweet chili sauce from a jar, not hot. Sweet chili sauce using the chili paste, very hot. So I hope you enjoy your first week of Helena Local's 2017 CSA share season. You have a lot of ingredients to play with. I tried to use as many of them as I could, so I hope you get a chance to use them and enjoy them, and you're always welcome to share your recipes with us so that we can share them with other members. And if you want to continue getting notifications about the videos, then subscribe, click the little button below. Otherwise, it'll be posted to our Facebook page, so you can always get them that way. They're also on our website on the weekly blog tab, so you can find them there. So again, I'm signing off, and we'll see you next Tuesday at the CSA. I've got my mandolin here. Let me clear this up. All right, you need another piece. Okay, you weirdo dog. I think that's all I'm gonna give you. I don't know how she's gonna react. The last thing I wanna do is wake up to celery diarrhea in the morning, or celery barfs. Oh, let's see, what are we doing?